Hi there folks, this is Liam from Muscle Cook TV and I'm here to give you guys a cracking recipe for some meal prep. So what I want to do is I want to take you guys through an easy meal prep hack that's going to allow you to cook 4 delicious meals in just 20 minutes. So this is going to allow you to have your meals ready, easily accessible meals that you can take to work, and they're just going to be so simple for you to make. What we've got on the menu today is we've got a delicious pesto chicken and we've got a delicious Cajun chicken, and we're just going to have all that in the one tray with your veggies, everything good to go. So what you're going to need in this recipe is you're going to need some pesto, you're going to need some Cajun spice, 1 bird's eye chili, 1 yellow bell pepper, some tender stem broccoli, asparagus, basmati rice, a good quality salt and pepper, really good quality Tupperware, a nice big dish, 4 chicken breasts, some aluminum foil, and your mixing bowl just so you can mix your marinade. So once we've got all that ready, you've got all your stuff, we can get cracking on with the recipe. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to start off by slicing up the chili. Now, what I want to do with the chili is I just want to put a bit of punch into the pesto. So we've got a nice pre-made pesto here, it's ideal. So what you can do is you can cut it in half, scrape out the seeds. If heat's not really your thing, doesn't bother me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get in and chop it nice and finely first, and then put it in, and we'll just get some cross chopping action on. Now once you've done this, it'll sort of get to like a paste, and that'll be ideal for you just to mix in with your pesto. Okay guys, that's your chili chopped up. Now remember, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your bum, don't touch anywhere unless you've washed your hands, because I've made that mistake before. So chili to the side, that's ideal. Now we've got this little nice roasted red pepper pesto. It was only £1, $1, really cheap, and if you want to make your own you can. I'm all about convenience. We want this to be a nice and quick recipe. The calories in here aren't crazy, so if you just use 1 tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of this, you're totally fine. So we'll have that here, and in here all we've got is my own homemade Cajun mix. Now in that we've got some white pepper, paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic, celery salt, and a little bit of chili powder. Now all you do with that is put a teaspoon of each in a bowl, mix it up, shake it, and you've got your Cajun powder. Right, so we're going to use that. That's got a bit of heat from the cayenne pepper as well, so that's ideal. Now what I'll do before we cut the chicken up and get everything ready is I'm going to show you how we make our little separation dish. Alright, so we've got this big hearty oven dish here which is perfect for this. So we're going to take a big sheet of aluminum foil and use this as like the rug. So we'll pop that down first. Alright, pop that down and get it nice and snug, and it's great because what this allows you to do is you don't have that much cleanup. You don't have to scrape the pan. This is just going to take it out, you can fold it all up and put it straight into the trash. What we're going to do is we're going to make 3 separation pods, alright? The one in the middle is going to have the veg, one on this side is going to have one of your marinades, and one here is going to have your other marinade, alright? So we're just going to get a sheet of foil, fold it, and keep folding it up. And once you've folded it, you should have like a stick, just like that. Now we're just going to pop it in here, bend it in, and that's one of your separation pods there. Alright, now the one in the middle with the veg doesn't need to be that big. You don't have to need that much space because you can just slide them in and they're totally fine. So we're just going to make another couple, and I'll show you the finished product once it's done. So that's perfect. We can just place this to the side, and what I'll get doing is I'll prep up the vegetables first, just so that I don't need to wash my hands as much. Now, to prepare your pepper, there's a couple of ways to do it. I don't want to use the whole thing right now just because we've got some nice broccoli and asparagus there. So what we'll do here is we'll just take a little slice of 3 sides of the pepper, and that's all we're going to use today. Peppers sliced into nice even slices, and we can put that next to our broccoli. Okay guys, so now that's the veg prepped up. We've already got our pre-cut veg here, so that's going to be a time saver. Now what we're going to do is we're going to prep the chicken. Now, we want to cook this in 20 minutes, alright? So the smaller pieces of chicken you cut, the easier and quicker it's going to be to cook. So all we're going to do is just cut it into little even-sized chunks, and then we're going to marinate them, okay? So we'll do first the pesto. We'll go with the pesto one first. So we'll take 2 chicken breasts. Let's pop this to the side just now. 2 chicken breasts, and all we're going to do is a different knife from prepping the veg. We're just going to cut it up into a few slices and just have it even. Now guys, the good thing about chicken breast is that you're better buying it organic. You're better buying it from a local butcher, so you have traceability of your meat. If you buy it from the supermarket, then it's going to tend to be covered in water and really decrease in size when you cook it, and you're just not getting as much chicken as you would be buying. So try your best to get your chicken as fresh and as local as possible. Okay guys, so that's 2 chicken breasts prepped up here, essentially 2 meals. So just push that up there, just be careful not to get any chicken breast on any other part. Now we're just going to get our pesto here, alright? So we'll go 1 tablespoon of the pesto, heaped tablespoon. So remember guys, that heaped tablespoon is going to go across 2 meals, so don't act, if you're looking at the calories, don't worry about if it's a higher fat content because of the pine nuts in it. So we're 2 meals, so you'll be totally fine. Then we're going to put some chili in and mix that in, and you're ready to go. A nice and easy, cheap marinade. Now, just gradually add your chicken in, mix it around, just add half in to begin with, and then add a few other little bits in. That's 1 done. Now all we're going to do is just transfer that to our dish here. So we're just going to pop it in. Now don't worry if they overlap each other, no, that's okay, you can figure it out in a sec. Just get it all in, get the extra marinade in, and then just separate it out so that they're roughly kind of got their own space. Perfect. Right guys, so there's 1 done. Right guys, so now we're going to go for the Cajun spice. Now this isn't a marinade, this is a rub, so it's going to be a little bit drier. So I'll show you when you're prepping it up into your meal pods what you do. So again, chopping up nice and even slices. The way we're going to do this one guys is we're going to pop this in the way it is into your little pod. And now we have our rub here. So remember the rub that I told you at the start? All we're going to do is just drizzle that on top, and then you're just going to massage it, and you don't want to put it all on to begin with, alright guys? So maybe about a tablespoon of rub is totally fine. And then just get in there and massage the chicken, tiny little bit of oil, maybe about a teaspoon. Rub it round. And there we go guys, so that's us got our chicken prepared there, we've got our pesto chili chicken there, and then we've got our Cajun spice chicken here. Now what we'll do now is we'll just get the vegetables in, and then we'll stick it into the oven at about 220, so that's about 450 Fahrenheit, and we'll put it in there for about 20 minutes. So 20 minutes to begin with, because the chicken is prepared a certain way and a certain size, that should be cooked through, but you guys are going to be reheating this anyway as meal prep, so it doesn't matter if it's slightly undercooked. We don't want it to be raw. When I say undercooked, I still want it to be edible. So not raw, just maybe a little bit more moist than you would normally have. That means when you put it into the microwave and you cook it, you reheat it, or you reheat it in the oven, then it's going to be more moist and not as dry. So we'll get the vegetable prepped up and get this into the oven. Right guys, that's our chicken ready. Now just to go with the vegetables. So we've got some asparagus spears here. Just divide them in. We've got our beautiful yellow peppers. We're just going to divide them in as well. Just pop them in. And then we've got some broccoli stems here. I'll take a few of these and put these in as well. So again guys, I've chosen this shape specifically because I knew it was going to be quite a narrow pod for them to go in. So just pop them in. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to season with some good salt. We'll do that on the chicken as well. Then some good quality black pepper on top. Perfect. And this is going to go into the oven at 220, 450 for about 20 minutes, and then you're going to take it out, let it rest, and we'll divide it up and wait till you try this guys. It's so simple, such an easy meal prep hack for you to do, just absolutely amazing. So 20 minutes in the oven, and then we'll get on with our basmati rice while this is cooking. Okay guys, so now being efficient, while the chicken's cooking, we can get on with our basmati rice. Now basmati rice is good because it's so quick to cook. There's a specific way that you need to cook basmati rice to get it perfect every time. I'm going to share that with you right now. So we've got some regular basmati rice here, cooked in 10 minutes, which is perfect. Now, for the perfect fluffy basmati rice every single time, it's 1 cup to 1.5 cups water. So 1 cup of rice, 1.5 times the amount of rice with water, okay? So we've got 4 meals, so I'm going to do 2 cups of rice for these 4 meals, all right? So we'll go 1 cup. So that's 2 cups of rice. Now we're going to go in with 3 cups of water. So just fill it up. 1, 2, and 3. Now, the way we cook this is you don't want to season it yet. No point seasoning it just now. We'll season it when the rice is nice and fluffy. So you're going to put this onto a high heat, let it boil. Once it boils, reduce to a simmer, pop the lid on top, cook for 10 minutes, and you're done. Perfect fluffy basmati rice every single time. Right guys, that's us ready. That's everything cooked and ready to prep up. So what I'm going to do is, if you follow me over here, look at that. Look at all the chicken here from the pesto, all the pine nuts and stuff, and then we've got our Cajun on top there. Absolutely delicious. And we've got our amazing broccoli on top. It's got some nice chars in it, and we've got our peppers nut through there. Perfect. So while that was cooking, like I said guys, remember the way we cook the rice is 1 cup to 1.5 cups water. Put it onto a high boil. Once it boils, we drop it down to a simmer, pop the lid on, cook it for 10 minutes, and you get perfect basmati rice every single time. So there we go, a huge big bowl of basmati rice ready to serve up. So there's a couple of ways we can prep these up guys. Now you can use your standard microwavable Tupperware, which is perfect. That's the kind of way you guys are mostly going to use it, because if you're taking it to work, you want to be able to prep it in the microwave, which is ideal. Me, I work from home sometimes, so these easy disposable tins are perfect as well if you want to put them in the oven instead of the microwave. So you can put them in these aluminium tins as well. So I'll prep up one of each for you, okay? So, chicken's ready here. Normally I would give it a little, maybe 10 minutes just to kind of come together, let it cool down a little bit before you put it into the dishes, right? But we've got time against us here, so we're just going to pop some chicken in. So remember, it was 2 chicken breasts per meal, so per dish. So we've got 2 chicken breasts in here. I'll just eyeball that. I think that's about half. So we'll pop that in there. Then what we'll do is we'll get some rice. Now I like to measure rice just with an ice cream scoop. That's the way I like to do it. So I'll just scoop it out. You can use a cup if you want, but I'm not really needing a whole cup of rice cooked. So a little bit more, maybe 1.5 of the ice cream scoops, perfect. And then we'll get some of our veggies in as well. So we'll get some broccoli, we'll get some peppers, and then we'll get some of the asparagus just off the bottom here. Now look guys, you can see here, none of the marinades trickled in to each other. Everything's perfect. You've got all that lovely sauce at the bottom here. All that chicken's remained nice and dry and moist here without any of the sauce going through. None of the veggies have taken on any of the sauce either, so it's perfect. So there's one meal prep dish here for you. Now you're going to get 2 of these. So you've got 2 of the pesto chicken, some beautiful rice, and amazing charred vegetables as well. So with this one here, the aluminium tub, this is one that you would put in the oven. So what we'll do here is we'll get some of our Cajun chicken. So again, we cooked half of each. So we'll just eyeball half of the chicken. Perfect. Again, we'll go with some basmati rice. Push that in here, ideal. And then we'll get some of our veggies in again. With this one here, as it didn't have the kind of oils and stuff from the pesto, what you can do is you can add a little salsa. So what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of salsa into the middle. And that's perfect. So when you reheat that, the salsa is going to come in and cook into the chicken and that as well. So we've got that meal prep here, ideal, and this is the one that you would stick into the oven to cook. So you can easily just pop these into a dish and put them in the fridge, and you've got perfect, easily accessible meals for you to take to work, and I hope you've really enjoyed that, guys. So what I want to leave you with here is we've got some delicious cookbooks and easy cookbooks for you guys to look at. If you check in the description below, we've got our 5x5 cookbook. Nice and cheap, nice and simple, 55 recipes, only 5 ingredients, and each one only takes about 5 minutes to make. So it's a great little cookbook for you to try if you're just starting out in the cooking. We've got our full Meal Prep 101 cookbook coming your way very shortly, so stay tuned for that. If any of you guys are interested in some one-on-one coaching, where I'll do all your meal plans and cookbooks personally for you, go on to www.mealplan.com, so MLPLN.com. The link's in the description below. Failing that, you can email me at liam@themusclecook.com and ask any questions you like, and I'll help you out, no problem. So there we are, Muscle Cook TV, meal prep, perfectly done, and I'll see you guys next week.